What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Paris and I make videos all about candle making and the starting and managing of my small candle business, Lady Simone Candle Co. And in today's video, we are going to talk about 6 things I wish I knew before starting my candle business. You all know the deal. I have my laptop here with my talking points, so let's just get started. We all know starting a business can be exciting and very rewarding, but we also know that starting a business can also be extremely hard, especially if you're someone like me who had no idea how to run or operate a business. I mean, the to-do lists are endless. There's a lot of things running through your head at once. You're trying to operate day to day, but you also have to try to figure out how to project for the future and where you see your business going and the overall vision. There's constant updates and maintenance and trying to reach people and marketing. It's a ton of work. It's a ton of hats, but at the end of the day, it's very fulfilling and rewarding, and it's what many people thoroughly enjoy in their lives, including me. However, we all know as entrepreneurs, mistakes can happen. And when you're someone like me who have never started a business, there's things you just simply don't know. There's things that you have not learned nor experienced yet. So I wanted to kind of do this video and discuss some things that, you know, I wish I knew before starting a business, you know, because like I said, there's some things that we're just not exposed to yet. So we're going to get into those right now. Number 1, not pricing my product for profit. Now, I know this probably seems like common sense. However, I made this mistake. I priced my candles at a moderate price, kind of competitive to many others out there who kind of sell the size jar that I sell, but it wasn't really, I didn't see anywhere where I could grow for the future. And so I made that mistake because I just initially wanted sales. I'm like, well, let me just price it at a moderate price so I can get people interested, because I just want sales. I want to see the interest. And that's something that you shouldn't do. You should take value in your product. You should understand that you have something great to offer. And if you know the value and labor and all the materials that goes into creating your product, you should price it as such. I just do not supply my customers with just a candle. There are several elements that make up the entire package, so that when they open their order, there's a full experience there. My mission and my brand is an experience. And so when you open my package, that's what I want you to feel. And I was not pricing it as such, thinking that no one would really see my product and my brand as a new business owner as valuable. But you should believe that right off the bat. Now, I'm not saying go like ridiculously high to where you're just not competitive at all. But you do want to price your product to where you can begin seeing a profit, so you can begin to scale and grow your business in the long term. Number 2 is finding some type of business mentor or linking up with groups and like-minded people. Now, when I first started my business, I just started it, right? I didn't really connect yet with other candle makers. Like, although I was doing research over the past year or two on how to start a business, it was more so doing the solo research. I wasn't really connecting with other solopreneurs and other candle makers and other small business owners. I wasn't really connecting like I should. And so I want to encourage you to do that. Get some empowerment from somewhere. Facebook groups, there's so many candle Facebook groups out there. Of course, you have YouTube, you have YouTubers such as myself. I have several candle maker YouTubers that I follow and that I still admire and learn a lot from. And then also, if there's anybody on social media that you admire, that you want to link up with, DM them, ask them questions, and I'm pretty sure they would love to help you and give you whatever advice and tips that you need. So I encourage you to link up with like-minded people. other business owners, other goal-oriented people, because it's only going to help feed your fuel. Number 3, outsource where you can. Now, when you're first starting your business, you're going to wear all the hats. I'm going to just say it. You're going to wear all the hats. Typically, throughout operating your business, you're going to wear all the hats, or at least oversee the many hats that you may have outsourced. And so I know when I first launched, and I did a pre-sale. If you haven't watched that video, you should. But I did a pre-sale, and it was, I believe, a week long, and I got tons of orders. And I was not only excited, but I was nervous, because I'm like, okay, my candles have to be bomb. They have to be right. I see tons of interest, and I want these to be returning customers. So this has to be right. I have to put this product out how I envisioned it. And so I asked my little sister to help me, and I made the candles because it was my first time really doing a mass production of batches. So I wanted to do that, but she helped me with the heat gun and, you know, getting my tops finalized and looking good. She helped me trim wicks. We popped lids on together. She helped me with the labels, and she helped me with packing orders. So I was not doing that alone. My husband, thank God for his support. He kept our son occupied. So he did great with that. And he also, when it came to social media and marketing, because I had so much going on and trying to run and maintain the business after that launch, and also wanting to put out as great as content as I could for my YouTube and trying to grow that following, he gave me some kind of social media 101. I'm gonna be honest, I never had social media up until I started my business. And so Facebook and Instagram was very, very new to me, including YouTube. And he's been on social media like forever. So he was able to kind of bridge that knowledge gap for me, and helps me with a lot of my posts. Helped me with ideas, helped me with how to follow people and how to encourage people to follow me back, and how to DM and what that means. Like, it probably sounds like, girl, like you live in this age, you should know that, but I never really dabbled in social media. So that was a great hat to kind of give to him. Like, okay, can you help me with marketing? He's also really dope with the iPhone camera. I can't afford no camera right now, I'm just gonna be honest. So the iPhone and my iPad was where it was, and he's very, very dope with taking pictures. And so he helped me with lighting, he helped me with product photography, so I can get my website up and running. I also now have a bookkeeper on my team, which I'm very grateful for, because although, I mean, let's just be honest, finances and taxes and all of that stuff is a huge vital piece of, you know, the success of your business. And so I decided to outsource that, because I did not want to worry about making too many mistakes too early on in my business. I mean, I managed my books for the first couple months, and now she's kind of taken over, and she's already taught me so much, a lot of mistakes that I did make. So I would say, you know, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and kind of outsource where you can. And speaking of finances, I want to encourage you to get right with your finances as early as possible in your business. I just tracked my expenses on paper at first. I was so overwhelmed. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I was so overwhelmed that any transactions or anything I made, I just wrote them down on my little flip notepad just to get it out of my hair. Like, okay, I made a big purchase from Candle Science, so let me deduct this real quick. Okay, this is my account balance. When I first started with my pre-sale and getting all these sales, I did not take into account taxes and making sure I move over a certain percentage. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do any of that. And so when I hired my bookkeeper and her and I were going through some stuff, there were certain things that I didn't categorize right. again, I wasn't moving over money to begin saving for my taxes. And so there's a lot of things that she was helping me understand and what I should do in terms of shipping and what I should be charging, and understanding the value of my product and what all goes into the cost of goods and the materials, and all of that stuff costs money. And I wasn't really taking that into account. So I want to encourage you to either bring somebody with a little bit more accounting and bookkeeping experience. Even if you don't hire them, see if there's some type of exchange you can make, or if they just want to do it out the kindness of their heart. And you just know somebody that's maybe a little bit stronger in that area, and see if they'll help you get your books together and try to get on the right track with your finances as soon as possible. Guys, I'm telling you, it's going to help your business in the long run when you want to expand and do all of that. Number 5 is tap into resources. Again, entrepreneurship, that's why I like that term solopreneur, because that's exactly what it can be. Number 1, it can be lonely, and sometimes you can almost feel like, well, you know, who can really relate to what I need help with? Because maybe none of my friends are business owners. Maybe nobody in my family owns a business, so I don't even know who to turn to. But there's so many resources out there in your community that you can honestly tap into if you just do your research. I know here in my state, even in my city, we have kind of a minority business board where you can contact them and they can help build your network and your connections, and help you with bookkeeping, help you with social media and marketing strategies and things like that. And I had to kind of let my guard down a little bit with my business and just be vulnerable and say, hey, I need help. Do you all offer this, or do you have this? Or, hey, I'm struggling in this area. I do not know what to do with this part of my business. And ask. Again, there's so many candle makers out here that's been making candles maybe longer than you. I know there's candle makers I've reached out to for calculations and how to do proper testing, and I wouldn't have gotten to this place if I didn't, number 1, of course, do my research, but also reach out to other people. So I empower you to please use your resources. Lastly, number 6 is understanding that you're not going to be an overnight sensation, and that's okay. I repeat, it's okay. Let's just be honest. Ask any business owner. I guarantee you they'll tell you, no, I did not find success overnight. Probably didn't even see it in the first year. And so what I want to empower you is embrace adversity, embrace the challenges. I had to truly talk myself down a couple times, and my husband helped me and it has encouraged me as well. You know, everybody's not gonna like your scents. Everyone is not candle people, babe. Some people may prefer wax melts. Maybe people won't understand your story. Maybe they just don't relate, and that's okay too. It's okay if you get a couple thumbs down on your YouTube videos. Like, everyone's not gonna like your video, babe. Like, it's okay. And he had enough, and it probably sound harsh coming from my husband. I don't want to make it seem like my husband was like putting me down. I'm sorry. I just got so tickled by saying that because now I'm hearing it out loud. But in other words, he was encouraging me to understand that, you know, embrace the negativity, embrace the lack of support from whomever, embrace that, because it's only going to drive you to refocus on the people that do support you, refocus on the people that do like your videos, refocus that energy. And then some of the feedback that you get, it's not always negative. It could be very constructive. You can flip it and implement that into your business and turn it into something positive. You know what I'm saying? So I want to empower you that it's not going to happen overnight. This candle maker could have been making her candles for a year. I'm only 2 months in, so I dare not compare myself to someone who's been making candles way longer than me, who's been at this business venture way longer than me. Instead, I'm going to use that as inspiration, feed off of that, maybe reach out and say, hey, what did you do here? How do you market? What are some strategies and use those learning tools as to my advantage so that I can be the success that I want to be. Stay in your lane, trust your gut, and value your brand and your message. I believe everyone has a story. I chose to tell my story through my candles, through fragrance, because I truly believe there's something in me to empower people to love themselves, to self-love, because it's gotten me to where I am. And so I just want to encourage you that you will get there, and don't give up. That's the best, that's the easiest thing you can do in your business, is not give up. So that is it, guys. I hope you've taken something from this video. I just felt like encouraging a few of you all. If you did like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You all have been doing great with your questions and video recommendations. Again, I have a lot of ideas down the pipe for you all, so just stay tuned. I enjoyed talking to you all, and until next time, bye.